Good day, everyone. This is Patrick from EasyFX Code Trading System, and it's Saturday, the 19th of November, 2022, and it's the weekly technical analysis for spot gold and dollar yen for the fourth week of November. Let's begin with spot gold, and after attempting to climb up higher above the 138 pip extension, it could not reach the key round figure of 1800 and the 162 pip extension. It did peak at 1786.51 and then fell off to return back to close to where it opened, right at the 1750 round figure area. So it started off with at the expense of the US dollar with the lower than expected USPPI. And then after that, gave back its gains. And if we look at the weekly time frame, it was rejected off the weekly 55 EMA as well, and returned back down to the 1750 area. And could be rejection that will continue to drag it down further to probably retest the swing high here at 1725 or 1725 area before it consolidates. Let's go back to the daily time frame. So this area down here, it's going to test the swing high at the 100 pip and perhaps consolidate within this region below the daily 200 EMA. And this week, there's only some minor news except for the release of the FOMC meeting minutes. And it's also a shorter work week with the Thanksgiving holiday coming up this Thursday. So there could be high volatility with the US market not in play with lower liquidity. So we'll see how it goes towards the end of the week. So could be bigger moves in the first half of the weekend. So this is still a key support zone where it has not been tested for quite a while now. And this intermediate support, and let's move this up now to the 100 pip and also at a intermediate resistance at the 138 pip. And the key support, we can move it up now to the 1700 round figure along with the 786 pip retracement and the daily 55 EMA, providing a key support zone here. Further, it may drop down below if it does break through the swing low, the swing high, sorry. It could try to test the rising trend line that it broke up from. So we can extend this trend line a bit more to, and okay. So let's see and compare with the US dollar index to see whether it did form the inverse of this rounding top looking formation here is similar to the euro and the Aussie dollar. And inverse of this will be the rounding bottom for the US dollar index. Let's see if that's did form over there. And with the DXY, the US dollar index, it did also find support after hitting 105 key round figure. That's the support here, bounced off. That was on Tuesday with the lower than expected US PPI figure. Consolidated for the rest of the week and climbed back up on Friday to close the week as a doji, but with slightly bullish close. So as an inverse to the euro dollar, this is forming a rounded bottom, and we'll see if it's going to be able to break through the 107 resistance and then target the 108, where this lower channel trend line where it broke down from could now form and test as a resistance. So the only key news from the US before the Thanksgiving holiday is the FOMC meeting minutes that we released on Wednesday. So that is definitely a key support here, which is confirmed. And let's identify this next area as a intermediate resistance. And also an intermediate support between the 21 fib and the 200 EMA here. It's an intermediate support. Okay. So let's see how the price action is for next week for the US dollar. It needs to break out higher above 107, target the 108 area, and then perhaps consolidate within this larger candlestick. So below the 108 and support from the 106. All right, let's move back to the other major pairs. Let's move on to the dollar against the Japanese yen, and this should also look similar to the US dollar index, where it did find support and finding a base bounce off form and with a rounded bottom, but still consolidating inside the possible ascending triangle, centered around the 140 round figure here. And if it does break out higher, that's going to test the 142 along with the 78.6 retracement area. But for last week, it was struggling and consolidating most of the time. So this is still a valid intermediate resistance and strong resistance at the 145. The intermediate support, we could likely move it up a bit more to the 50 fib area. and move this key support as well to the 38 fib. Retracement area. Okay. So on the weekly time frame, yes, it's attempting to recover and climb up a bit, forming a base here. Okay, let's see if it's able to target the 142 or even a breakout higher. And if it does, it could spike through to the daily 55 EMA that's coming down as well. So, but it's still in a fairly tight zone between these two fib levels for next week. In a short trading week for the US market. Okay, so do check out my other videos on the other major pairs, and have a safe week and a good trading week, and cheers for now.